Hi Rangers, today we're going to be multiplying polynomials. This is day 1. So starting off with example 1, we have a monomial, which is one term. So the monomial in this example is 2x times a binomial, which is two terms, that is the x minus 8. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to put our monomial on the side since it's one term, and our binomial on top, and we're going to split it up as x minus 8 like this. So each term gets its own box. So what we're going to do here is we're going to multiply to fill in the inside. So we have 2x times 1x, or 2x times x. Well, 2 times 1 is 2. X times x, we add the exponents. 1 plus 1 is 2, so we get 2x squared. Then I'm going to take 2x and multiply it by negative 8. 2x times negative 8, while I focus on the coefficients 2 and negative 8, that gives me a negative 16x. So my final answer would be 2x squared minus 16x. Okay, so at the bottom it says that 2x times x minus 8 and our answer, 2x squared minus 16x, are equivalent expressions, which means they are the same, they are equal to. Okay, so what I want you to do is go ahead and pause this video and try example 2. So hopefully you pause this video, and when you set it up, you set your monomial of 2x on this side and your binomial as x minus 3 like this. Then you multiplied 2x times x and you got 2x squared. 2x times negative 3 and you get negative 6x. So your final answer is 2x squared minus 6x. And then you filled in the statement, 2x times x minus 3 and 2x squared minus 6x are equivalent expressions, again meaning that they are the same thing, they are equal to each other. Okay, moving on, we are going to now do a monomial, so one term, times a trinomial, which is 3 terms. Same concept. Okay, so our monomial is going to go off to the side. Our trinomial is going to go up on top, and each term gets its own part of a box like this. And then we just multiply. So I'm going to multiply negative 3x squared by 5x squared. So I focus on negative 3 times 5. That gives me a negative 15. X squared times x squared. I add the exponents. I get x to the 4th. Then I move on. Negative 3x squared times 4x. Well, negative 3 times 4 is a negative 12. X squared times x to the 1st is x to the 3rd when I add my exponent, remembering that the 4x has an exponent of 1. Then I multiply negative 3x squared times negative 2. So negative 3 times negative 2 is a positive 6x squared. So my answer would be negative 15 x to the 4th minus 12x cubed plus 6x squared. This right here would be my final answer. Okay, so filling in our blank right here, it says that negative 3x squared times 5x squared plus 4x minus 2 and negative 15x to the 4th minus 12x cubed plus 6x squared are equivalent expressions, meaning they are the same. So what I want you to do is go ahead and try example 4 on your own. So pause the video now. Okay, so if you tried example 4, hopefully you set it up like this. We put 2x squared on this side right here. And then we're going to put 4x squared here plus 3x minus 5. Then I go ahead and multiply. So 2 times 4 is 8. X squared times x squared is x to the 4th. 2 times 3 is 6, and it's a positive 6. X squared times x is x to the third power. 2 times negative 5 is negative 10, and I bring my x squared with it. So the final answer was 8x to the fourth plus 6x to the third minus 10x squared. Okay, moving on to the next one. Oh, sorry, our statement. 2x squared times 4x squared plus 3x minus 5 and 8x to the fourth plus 6x to the third minus 10x squared are equivalent expressions. Okay, now this one kind of cut off on two different pages, so I apologize for that. Again, we have a monomial times a trinomial, one term times three terms. We have multiple variables in this case. Same concepts apply. We learned properties of exponents to help us with that. So I'm going to do 3x squared y on this side. I'm going to do 4x to the fourth here minus 3xy here plus 8y to the third power. So here we go. We're going to multiply. 3 times 4 is 12. X to the second power times x to the fourth power. I add and I get x to the sixth power. And then I attach the y to it. Then I go 3 times negative 3 is negative 9. X squared times x is x to the third. Y times y is y to the second. And then I go to my next one. 3 times 8 is 24. There's no x, so I'm just going to bring my x squared. Y times y to the third is y to the fourth. So my final answer is 12x to the sixth y minus 9x to the third y squared plus 24x squared y to the fourth. And that would be my final answer for this. Okay, so go ahead and pause the video and try example 6. Hopefully you gave example 6 a try and you set it up like this. 3fs to the third power, 2f to the fourth minus 6f squared s minus 4s to the second power. So I multiply 3 times 2, I get 6. F times f to the fourth, I get f to the fifth power. S to the third power just follows along. Then we have 3 times negative 6, which is negative 18. F times f squared is f to the third. S cubed times s is s to the fourth power. Then we go to our last term. 3 times 4 is negative 12. There is no f, so it just tags along. And s to the third times s to the second is s to the fifth power. So our final answer would be 6f to the fifth, s to the third, minus 18f to the third, s to the fourth, minus 12fs to the fifth. So if you have any questions on this, please make sure you write it down and you ask your teacher. Have a great